Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Waynesville Tiger Football. Tonight as the Tigers take on the Glendale Falcons. I'm Mike Rawlings. Along with me tonight is Matt Johnson. Matt, huge game tonight, and a lot of action around this whole area that comes into play tonight with what's going to happen here in a couple weeks. Big news is the winner of this game right here is going to be the number 2 seed and going to host a district game in 2 weeks. The other big news is there's a real good possibility that whoever doesn't win this game tonight is going to be the other team in that game. That's kind of the way things are setting right now.
Well, as you said, coming in, you and I were visiting a little bit before we came on air that technically it is still possible, but it would have to be a whale of an upset down the highway there for Willard to upset Webb City tonight. So odds are that it's going to be these Waynesville Tigers and these Glendale Falcons lined up 2 weeks from tonight. Coach, and
Matt, for people who've been paying attention, saw the early district seedings and things that have come out over the last 3 weeks. The biggest news is the fact that Parkview has shut down football for the rest of the year. They were currently at number 5 in the district. They moved to the bottom, and now you're going to have 3 teams get byes in round 1.
Yeah. All right, kickoff. Going to be teed up, kicked out of the back of the end zone, Coach, and Glendale's going to take it right on the 20, and we're going to get this game underway. Coach, visiting with some of the staff and the guys this week, kind of what we expect to see from Glendale most years is what we're kind of looking at tonight. You've got a team that's going to drop back. And, Coach, they're going to throw it 40 times tonight, you think?
I think that's a low number.
This is a team we've seen in years past. You and I have made the trip down to Glendale last year, year before, 3 years?
It's been, well, it had to either be last year or 3 years ago.
Made the trip down, and we saw a clock that will stop a lot on incomplete passes. Right to the air they go.
Pass is underthrown.
And a good thing for the Tigers is I think a little miscommunication as you see the Tigers talking over there as they come back towards the line. A little miscommunication to start the game on coverage right there for the Tigers, and really lucky that ball was underthrown.
Well, if he hits his receiver there in stride, Matt, that might have been 6 quick points.
Well, and I think the intended target over there was number 5, Jack Klinkenbeard, and that's a name I know a couple of years ago we called a lot right here. Big number 5, a senior this year, definitely a talented receiver. Is that pass going to be complete into the middle, but immediately dropped right there? Going to be Zay MacArthur with an absolutely fantastic open field hit right there. And, Coach, I think they're going to give him a yard, but that's it. Zay absolutely dropped him right there. All right, Glendale brings it back to the line, 5 wide. Boy, you look at those splits inside there, Coach Rollins.
Well, that's that gap blocking that we saw the University of Missouri use a few years ago.
Glendale. Shotgun set, drops back. He's going to look to the right-hand side this time. Thrown up, and wow, what a catch right there. That's going to be number 4, going to be Carter Harrell. Carter Harrell goes up over the defender right there, gets a hand on it, pulls it over, and that's going to be a first down, Coach.
Well, Harrell comes in there at 6'4". He's going to be a handful to guard if they throw that ball up and they have to go fight for it.
All right, looking for a little quick pass out of the backfield. It's complete. Zay MacArthur there to lay the first hit on him and going to drop him. Looks like a loss of 2 on the play.
I believe that is correct.
Zay MacArthur all over the place. I know he's playing a little bit of Sam tonight in that backfield. And, of course, your defense is going to have to adapt to a team like this that's going to spread it 5 wide every play, come out this way. But, wow, Zay MacArthur quick to the ball again. Pressure coming up the middle, a little delayed screen pass. That's going to be Klinkenbeard still on his feet across the 40, 30, going to be knocked out of bounds, but not before he picks up about 26 yards on the play, it looks like.
nice job right there by the Glendale Falcons.
Well, they're going to mark him out shy of the 40.
But they waited, were very patient, and let that play develop. Of course, when you throw the ball as much as they do,
right,
9 games into the season, you've got a lot of experience on that.
They're going to give the handoff inside this time. I think that's Klinkenbeard taking the handoff, and he's going to get forward, pick up about 5, maybe 6 on the play before he's brought down by a host of Tigers.
And Matt, I'm not sure that's not the first handoff I've seen Glendale do in maybe 5 years. I know since Coach Mock's been there.
Well,
I believe that's –
now, it was a handoff, but it was a handoff to one of the wide receivers
that
coming
is true,
across.
But I'm not sure I've seen them even do that.
I believe Chris Bancroft was the first Tiger to get a hand on him in there for the defense. Once again to the line, shotgun set. This time it's going to be a quarterback keep, and this is what we've seen out of Glendale in the past. That the one time that they will run it, We've seen when Glendale has run the ball, it's usually been with the quarterback. I believe that was number 16. Coach, how are we going to say his last name? Cole Feuerbacher?
Feuerbacher.
Okay.
Common pronunciation.
Common pronunciation.
Another handoff.
Handoff inside, this time still on his feet. Taking it down is going to be number 10, Derek Horton.
This is just going crazy now. 2 handoffs.
Coach, we're getting a check-in from Eric Morse tonight. We've been getting these all season long. It's a toasty 93 degrees out there in Scottsdale or in Phoenix today.
It's about what it was yesterday here.
I was going to say, yesterday I believe we were both out at the cross-country meet on Fort Leonard Wood, out at the golf course yesterday. I believe when I got in my truck to leave the cross-country meet, I think it was 86 degrees. And it's every bit of half of that out there right now tonight. Pass, Glendale drops back, looking for a receiver in the corner of the end zone, and that's going to be picked off. Woo! Is that Eric Richardson, I believe, is the man over there in the corner that pulled that one in.
I really believe Glendale was trying to throw that ball away and just didn't get enough underneath of it to get it out of the end zone. Eric got back in that corner, was able to get a foot down. Nice job by Eric. Turnover. See if the Tigers can move the ball down the field.
Nice grab right there by Eric Richardson, and it comes up big as Glendale takes that opening drive all the way down the field. Tigers get that turnover, not only keeping Glendale out of the end zone, but going to put the offensive Tigers on the field. Coach Colleen, Texas, checking in with us. Michael Lewis down there tonight checking in with us. Have to keep an eye back here on the map. As always, you guys let us know where you're watching from. Enterprise, Alabama checking in. Chris Stallings. Oh. And we're going to get believe we're going to have a dead ball false start on the Tigers right here.
We're going to get a delay of the game. It's going to be the call.
All right, so that's going to back the Tigers up 5. And it'll be 1st and 15. Tigers break the huddle, come to line. Looks like Eric Richardson's in the set. L.J. Beam in at quarterback. Shotgun set. Tigers have 3 receivers to the bottom. One comes in motion. The handoff's going to go to Richardson. Wow, look at the speed go. Still on his feet across the 50-yard line. Woo! About a 36, 37-yard run on first down right there. And, Coach, we've talked about it time and time again. Eric Richardson, one of the fastest young men in the Ozark Conference. We see him a lot in the spring during track season. And right there, Eric Richardson was almost off to the races. Denton, Texas, checking in with us tonight.
good to see that run out of Eric, Matt. I'll be honest with you. Eric's had a little bit. His leg's been banged up a little bit over the last couple of weeks. Nice to see him get out and get that run under his belt.
Handoff's going to go to A.J. Martin as he's going to chug forward for 14.
On the carry for the Waynesville Tigers, number 16, A.J. Martin. Tackle made by number 18, Gabe Cabrera.
Coach, we've got a big following in Texas. Mrs. Jimenez watching us from down in San Antonio tonight.
Tiger ball, 1st and 10 from the Falcons, 35-yard line.
L.J. Beam comes with the shotgun set. Tigers have 3 wide, 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. L.J. Beam's going to let it go, looking for a man on the outside.
Quarterback L.J. Beams, pass complete.
Coach,
Number 84.
I believe that was Tuiasosopo up there. Yes, it was. As he comes back across, I can see it now. Tuiasosopo with the catch.
Anonymous.
And it's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
From the 31-yard line.
Tigers full backfield. Bring a man in motion. Pitch goes to the tailback. Gonna be wrapped up and pushed backward.
On the carry for the Waynesville Tigers, number
It's going to be MacArthur on the carry right there.
His forward progress is stopped by number 24, Traven Mathis.
Zay was a very excited human being this week about this game. We talked to Zay a couple times. Very excited.
All right, L.J. Beam, the shotgun set. L.J. ducks, he's going to take it himself. He's across the 30. Coach, he's going to be real close to that 1st down marker. Looking at the far side and looking where that is spotted, Coach,
Well,
it's
it's
gonna
just
be
hard
close.
to tell from here, yeah.
He's forced out of bounds by number 53, Gavin Stedham.
Ooh, they're going to say 4th and inches. Tigers look over to the sideline to get the play. Coach, this is a little wildcat formation. Eric Richardson in at quarterback here.
We're going to get an illegal motion. We had the 2 up backs in the backfield both moved at the forward at the same time.
5-yard penalty, replay, 4th down.
So that's going to back it up 5. So now it's going to be 5 yards and a couple inches.
After the penalty,
May change the play call right here.
31-yard line.
But Coach, when you look in there and see those weapons in that wildcat formation, Eric Richardson in at quarterback, you got Zay MacArthur, Johnny Lee Jr. was back there, I believe, A.J. Martin. That's a lot of different directions you can take that.
Or to get a timeout. Coach Haynes wants a timeout. He wants to he wants to make sure on this. I don't think there's something out there he did not like.
Well, and maybe after the penalty, you just want to think through this, make sure that we're on the same page here. Make sure, because this is obviously early in the game, but this is a big 4th down right here. You convert this, get the 1st down, gives you a pretty good chance to take this on in and get on the board here first tonight. I think this is a big series for the Tigers. Obviously, we said that most likely these 2 teams are going to be playing again in the playoffs here in 2 weeks. But, Coach, we'd much rather play that game right here at home than have to get on the bus and head down the road. All right, Tigers come back on the field. L.J. Beam looks like he's going to be in the shotgun set. Eric Richardson, the lone back in the backfield with him. They go 3 receivers wide to the top, 1 to the bottom. Beam drops back, and he's going to let it go down the middle of the field, just overthrows
we're going
the
to get a
referee.
flag.
But, yep, I think we've got an illegal hit here.
And I believe you are correct. That's the only thing it really could be. The intended receiver was undercut.
Referees that are they're going to huddle up, talk about this, make sure they get it right.
which definitely concerns me because there's no way that a change of a decision can help the Waynesville Tigers.
Pass interference on the defense is going to be the call.
On the defense.
I thought maybe it was more of a personal foul on a late hit there. Either way, it's going to play in the Tigers' favor right here. It's going to be a first down for the Tigers. The Tigers are going to keep control of the ball here and be inside the 20. Looks like they're going to set it down on the 16-yard line. So it's going to be first and 10. Ball sitting at the 16-yard line. LJ Beam in the shotgun set. The Tigers keep the 3 receivers, 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Eric Richardson, the lone back. The handoff's going to go to Richardson. He's going to be wrapped up immediately to Glendale Tigers. The first,
and we've got another flag.
Richardson. Tackle was made by number 45, Kellen Lindstrom.
And this will be another interesting one. It's coming in from the same official in the back, and it was way away from the play.
got to think this has got to be a defensive holding, something like that in the position that it was in. And we're going to have a personal foul.
Unsportsmanlike
conduct against the Glendale Falcons. So that's going to be half the distance to the goal right there.
Like I said, Matt, that flag came in from probably 20, 25 yards away from where the tackle was made on Richardson.
Personal foul on the defense. That'll be half the distance to the goal.
So, Coach, it's going to be first down. It looks like – well, we'll see here. Quick pass to the outside. Tui Osasopo catches it. He's going to be down across the 5-yard line.
Quarterback L.J. Beams pass complete to number 84, Chris Tua Osasopo. He's tackled at the 4-yard line. Whistle on the play, no flag.
Appears to be another discussion going on. Was there a flag I did not see?
I didn't see one either.
Coach Haynes getting an explanation down there on the sideline right now from one of the referees. They're moving the ball back. It was a quick pass. Tui Osasopo caught it, took it down across the 5-yard line. It appears they're returning the ball to the original mark. We're going to replay the down, Coach Rawlings. I'm not exactly sure why.
I'm not either. We've seen this in volleyball before, but never in football.
All right, quarterback keep out of the Wildcat set. That's going to be Eric Richardson. He's going to take it down just to about the 5-yard line, if that play happened.
It's a 2-yard gain, second down and inches.
Well, they're going to mark it out about the 6.
Well,
and
so
it's going to be short of the first down.
It's going to be second and less than a yard, it looks like.
No, now it's going to be first and goal.
Now they're going to give them the first. Coach Rawlings, all right. Either way, it's going to be first and goal. Ball sits just outside the 5-yard line. Eric Richardson going to keep it again. Fights through a heck of a tackle right there. Nice job, Eric Richardson looking for the corner, and touchdown, Waynesville Tigers.
Eric has to reverse his field and go all the way back to the other side. Could have been easily brought down in the backfield for about a 4-yard loss. It turns that into a touchdown.
Well, it keeps those legs churning in there. As you said, Eric gets wrapped up right there in the backfield, fights his way out of it, takes off for that corner, beats the man there, which isn't surprising with his speed, but beats the man there in the foot race. And, Coach, just like that, the Waynesville Tigers are up on top first tonight. Chase Evans to attempt the point after for the Tigers. The hold's down, the kick's up, and it's good.
And the 6-11 mark here in quarter number 1, the Waynesville Tigers take a 7-0 lead over the Glendale Falcons. Great. This has actually absolutely been a great beginning for this ball game. Tigers turnover in the end zone, keep the Falcons from scoring, and then drive the length of the field.
Just how we drew it up, Coach. Just how we drew it up.
Well, I walked into save class today, talked to Coach Joe Hollywood Haynes for a couple minutes as we switched over between 5th and 6th hour, and that's probably what he was doing, was drawing this whole thing up right in there.
Well, and one thing that it looks like tonight is, and of course you're going to have to make adjustments against a team like Glendale that's going to go to the air almost every single play. Looks like a little realigning of the defense to put maybe a few extra skill guys, some of our guys with really good hands back in coverage. We saw Eric Richardson come up with an interception, which you even said looked like he was just trying to throw it away out of the back of the end zone. Eric back there able to get up, get his hands on it, pull it in, and get those feet down in the end zone for the interception.
Well, Matt, if you're not used to this up here, any kind of athletic event up here at Tiger Stadium on a night like tonight is really it's tough to judge because the wind is. We've got a nice wind throughout town. Up here, it's windy. And if you can see the flag over on the other side, that's the direction that the ball was being thrown. It's very deceiving up here. We notice it in the spring in track, but it's very deceiving.
All right, a little bouncing kicker. Ball's loose.
I think we got it.
And the Waynesville Tigers take it. Wow. Little bobbled return right there. Deep man gets his hands on it, not able to corral it, and that ball squirts forward. Nice job by the special teams coverage right there.
Well, the ball squirted one way, and he squirted the other.
And just like that, Coach, it's 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Waynesville Tiger offense again.
That deceiving wind.
Well, and you've talked about it here. The wind at this end of the field is not always the wind at this end of the field. I've seen that from my perch in the pole vault.
Very true.
I can look at the flag on the other end of the field, and the wind is exactly the opposite on my pole vault runway down there. So the Tigers come out. LJ Beam turns, gives to Eric Richardson. Eric Richardson wrapped up immediately. Going to lose a yard, maybe 2 on the carry right there, as it looked like the Falcons had that one sniffed out.
He's tackled by number 53, Gavin Stedham, and number 48, Jess Rollins.
Gavin Stidham, number 53, in on the stop for the Glendale Falcons.
Well, Matt, joining us, we talked about Eric Richardson and his injured leg, and David Trenton, he can sympathize with Eric, with the injury, leg injury there. We hope Dave's recovering well, just like Eric does. Maybe one of the, it won't be long we see Dave running around like Eric.
I don't think Dave wants to race Eric Richardson.
Well, no,
I could be wrong.
I just run around like him. Dave doesn't have any eligibility left.
Oh, well, that's true. All right, the pass is complete. Going to get it back to pretty close to the original line of scrimmage, but it's going to be 3rd down. Big 3rd down play upcoming here. The Glendale Falcons, would like to keep Waynesville out of the end zone. LJ Beam drops back. He lets a pass go to the outside. It's complete. Still on his feet, fighting for that 1st down. Coach, I'm not sure if he got it, but Jared Hyatt right there brought it back inside, took a pretty good pop at the end, trying to reach for that 1st down. Wow, Coach, it's going to be close, and we're going to have a timeout. They may measure this. Nope, no measurement needed. Jared Hyatt, that last little pop got the 1st down.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the only disappointment out of that for me, Matt, is I know Janet Dunbar and her mother are sitting at home. They were just waiting to see if Mike off the chain gang over there could get a little TV time. Sorry, Janet, we couldn't get Mike some TV time there.
All right, 1st and 10. Tigers First and goal, I'm sorry. Handoff goes up the middle. Eric Richardson bouncing.
And he's in there.
Touchdown, Waynesville Tigers. Eric Richardson takes it on in from about the 8-yard line right there. Some hard-fought yards at the end, but Eric gets it across that goal line. Coach, just like that, the Waynesville Tigers back in the end zone. Extra point upcoming as Chase Evans comes on the field. Coach, is that LJ the new holder on the extra point? I cannot see.
I can't tell from here either. Well,
holds down. Kick is up. And it's good.
And it was LJ holding that ball, too. So it's 4:40 mark here in quarter number 1. Waynesville Tigers are up on the Glendale Falcons 14-0. Tigers will be kicking off. I've got to believe we're going to see the same type of kick that we just saw.
Well, and I don't think the Tigers were really trying to do anything fancy with that kick.
No, I think they were trying to squib it down the field. Fancy just happened.
Well, I don't want to be mean-spirited, Coach. I don't know that fancy happened other than as much as it was just a bad bobble.
It was deceiving wind.
Okay. On the ground, though?
There's a lot of ground wind.
Ground wind. All right. So Chase Evans going to tee it up.
You get that with the artificial turf on top of a hill. There's a lot of factors that play into this, Matt. The fill-in down here.
The physics and meteorological events that take place up on top of this hill. Chase kicks it deep. Going to be fielded at about the 5, backing up. Takes it forward. Going to be, absolutely dropped as he crosses the 20 right there. That's going to be number 10, Derek Horton on the return. Junior receiver gets it across the 20, and Coach, I did not see who got that stop right there, but wow, somebody absolutely popped that young man.
Big hello to head wrestling coach Lucas Smith joining us from out in West Waynesville. Matt, winter sports about a week a week away. It won't be next week, but they'll be firing things up.
That does not seem possible. Quarterback keep right here, but great job inside. Coach, did you catch a number right there?
I did not.
That's going to be number 6, Johannes Momo with the stop. A young man who we've called multiple times this year on that inside right over the center right there. Johannes Momo wraps him up and drops him after about a 2-yard gain, but Johannes saves a big run right there, I have a feeling.
Another handoff.
Wow. A.J. Martin shooting in the man on that one, I believe. No, it was not A.J. That's going to be Fiame, number 19, in on that stop. I'm sorry. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long here. Glendale comes out, tries 2 quick runs. Only has about 3 yards to show for it. Got to think that Glendale's going back to the air right here. Drops back, looking down that left side.
Whoa, it's going to be completed, I believe.
I believe it's going to be complete, and it's right at the first down marker because it went through the first down marker.
Down, whichever member of the chain gang was over on that end.
Down marker looks like it might be a little worse for wear right now.
But whoever it is holding it on that end jumped right back up, and they were ready to roll.
Coach, South Carolina, our good buddy Carson James checking in with us tonight.
Yeah, I just noticed that Jim checked in with us from down there. Coach Madlock watching us from the sidelines down in Kickapoo at the soccer JV soccer tournament. Hopefully he's not watching during the game there as he's coaching. But
well, maybe it's halftime.
Could be halftime.
All right, 2nd and 9. Looking for a receiver on this right-hand side, puts it up, and it's going to be hauled in right there. Nice grab for number 19, Caleb Chim.
That we've seen that play now twice.
I'm sorry, no, that's going to be number 13, Wyatt Andrews.
Wyatt Andrews at the 46-yard line. First down, Tigers.
Matt, one of our colleagues from wrestling, from the podcast world, there's Scott Hildebrandt's joining us tonight.
Well, it's not going to be too much longer with fall sports starting. Going to be hot into the action of wrestling season.
But once again, we have not heard where his podcast will be from with the social distancing and everything. The problem is that the crowd like Scott Hildebrandt brings in, you just can't social distance.
All right, the pass is going to be complete to number 10, Derek Horton. He's going to get it down, get just enough to pick up the first down. I believe they're going to spot that right about the 33-yard line, so the Glendale Falcons on the move. Coach, we've got 5 receivers wide down here to this end side of the field. You don't see this very much.
I like it. You get wide receivers spread out everywhere, something interesting is going to happen. And it's going to be a handoff.
It's going to be a handoff to Horton, bringing it back to the other side of the field. Horton's going to have the first down. Looks like he's going to be pushed out right at the 20-yard line.
Matt, I've covered football for a lot of years. I've never seen 5 receivers to one side of the field that turned into a handoff going across the other way.
First down, Falcons.
Rolls out, looking into the end zone right here. Oh, just over the reach of the intended target right there. Carter Harrell, number 4, the intended receiver for the Glendale Falcons. Coach, I'm not sure he gets his feet in right there, even if he makes,
I don't
makes
know
the
that he would
catch.
either. Big shout out to Loretta Carson joining us from South Carolina. We can't leave Loretta out, Matt.
No, definitely not.
There's your 5 receivers down here again.
Now it's going to be a run that side. We saw this play. Oh, now they're really going to throw it.
Now it's a screen.
It's going to be a screen to Klinkenbeard right there as he's going to take it down. Coach, he's going to be real close. I believe from where they're looking, I think it's going to be a first down, but it's going to be close, and it is. It's going to be right at the 10, so, Coach, that should bring up first and goal. We need to get another one of those interceptions in the end zone. I liked that play. We should run that play.
Yeah.
Glendale lines up 4 wide to the top, 1 lone man down here to the bottom. Feuerbacher, the quarterback, in the shotgun set. He's going to keep it himself, takes off. Going to be met by a few Tigers here. He may get a yard or 2, but he's not going to get a lot.
That was an interesting play from right there. Tigers were ready for that. They just and that's one of those things, Matt, when you're no back in the backfield and you do want to run the ball, it makes it difficult when you get down in a confined area like this.
Well, you got to think Glendale's got to run a few of the Feuerbachers, got to come out of there a few times with it just to try and make sure you're keeping that defense honest as well. Feuerbacher drops back. He's looking at coverage over on this side, and it's going to be way over the head of Carter Harrell. Second time he's looked at Harrell right there in that same spot in the end zone, but no way Harrell could do anything with that pass. Coach Daniel Martinez checking in with us again tonight down in Sykeston, Mo. All right, big third down right here, Coach Rollins. Got to think they're probably going for it on 4th down. Down 14
I would
early.
think so. We're going to get a timeout by the Glendale Falcons. Coach Mike Mock wants to talk over what he wants to run here on offense.
My guess is they're going to put a lot of wide receivers out and then do something from there.
I'd say that's probably right. Coach Mock, I guess we're getting up on, 5 years now? He's been at Glendale, moved in as one of the all-time winning coaches in the state of Ohio, retired, and moved to Springfield when his son was playing for the University of Missouri.
Coach, we got a little Jeopardy music playing here.
Too. Wonder if they got any supermarket sweep music over on that.
Well, I have not got to see that yet. The new one.
Well, it's going to be on Sunday night.
All right, you see both teams still huddled up.
I was going to say we get some more sound effects, and here we go.
Coach, I'm just guessing that from the potpourri of sound effects we've had tonight, they've got a new sound effects button board over there or something.
Well, I think the sound effects side of that program, Corey won at the Missouri Hydration Summit this summer.
Oh, like they give away little packages to
It was a door prize.
Coach, another Tiger alumni, Aaron Choi, checking in with us from Tempe, Arizona tonight.
3rd down and 8 for the Glendale Falcons.
All right, this time the Falcons are going to go 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Feuerbacher once again looking for Harrell up here. And again, Coach, I don't think any of those 3 passes have been catchable in the sense that you may be able to get out and catch it, but you're not going to be able to stay in bounds with it.
Well, as what you saw, the receiver tried to get a pass interference called there unsuccessfully.
So it is going to be 4th down, and the Falcons are going to keep the offense on the field right here, trailing 14-0 here as we get in unto the last minute of the first quarter. Falcons keep the 5-wide formation. Coach, it's going to play out the way it should as that pass was behind, but there was clearly a false start right there.
Well, I thought so.
As the quarterback backed up to take the snap before the ball was snapped, and either way it's going to work out in the Tigers' favor. The ball's going to be turned over on downs, and what a stand right there, right at the 10-yard line for Mike Klutz of the defensive Tigers.
2 for 2 for Mike Klutz's defense there, holding Glendale out of the end zone.
Come out of there with an interception the first go-round. That time the defense stiffens up, doesn't give up the first down or the touchdown. And just like that, Coach, our offense back on the field again. Want to send a big hello out to our buddy Coach Cindy Kinder down there in Rolla.
We didn't get cookies tonight, man.
Well, we're not playing Rolla, Coach. We can't expect Coach Kinder to drive us cookies over every game. Can't we just be happy that we got cookies?
We can be happy we got cookies. We're going to have a flag down on that play as the Tigers are going to get called for a block in the back.
See what Glendale wants to do here.
Yeah, they're going to decline it because the Tigers had about a 6-yard loss on that play.
Well, and it spotted at the 10. You take the penalty, it's going to be 5, half the distance to the goal right there. At least declining it, you cost the Tigers a down.
Well, and the Tigers are all the way back at the 3-yard line now.
All right, L.J. Beam in the shotgun set. Coach, is that Richardson beside him? I cannot see. Quick pass to the outside to Zay MacArthur. Zay out across the
Gets
5.
Back out to the 5. So the Tigers going to pick up about 3 there. It's going to bring us a 3rd and 12. Be surprised. I don't think the Tigers are going to run another play here in the first quarter.
No,
and they're not. And we're going to bring us to the end of the first quarter with the Tigers up on top of the Glendale Falcons, 14-0. Matt, you know what that means it's time for?
A TTSN sports update?
It's time for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update brought to you by the Tiger TV Facebook page. Tiger TV Facebook. For all the news, it is news. Right here in Tiger Town. Matt, I've been thinking about this one. Been thinking about this one a lot.
A lot?
I have, I really have. You know who likes the Tiger TV Facebook page? You're not going to get it.
Luxury goods designer
It's
Virgil Abloh.
Boy, you were real close. You were real close. I'm gonna throw a lot into this.
Okay.
Do you know who likes the Tiger TV Facebook page?
Well, I said Virgil Abloh.
Every teacher, custodian, food service worker, bus driver, administrator, secretary, para, everybody.
Tiger Nation.
Tiger Nation working for the Waynesville School District, because there's so many components of what's going on right now that are so different. And I've been so impressed by the way so many people have stepped up. And I think this hit me. This week as I watched my daughter's teacher having to teach two classes at the same time, one that's sitting at home and one that's sitting at school. And the amount of work and the amount of success and the absolute outstanding job that is done by so many people to get us to where we're at right now.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, it's not one group.
No, it's everybody.
Every group right now. I can't. We were so thankful when we got on the field that first game, and weren't sure how many we were going to get to see. And here we are at the end of the season, still playing. Coach Rawlings, it is definitely a blessing right now.
And it hasn't been an easy road.
No,
it hasn't been an easy road. But I just want to send out my thanks. Still having, and you're in the same boat. You know, we have kids in the district, and we work in the district, and we watch what all is going on, and that's for everybody. I see so many people going above and beyond.
All right, the Tigers not able to pick up the first down right there, so the Tiger punt team is on. Looks like Eric Richardson going to be back. Short kick going the wrong direction right there as the Tigers going to down it, but Coach, that's only going to get out to about the 25-yard line.
So that's where the Glendale Falcons will take over.
So the Falcons going to get the ball here in pretty good field position right now, Coach Rawlings. Know that here as we get going in the second quarter, Glendale would really like to get on that board right now. They do not want to let Waynesville get too far ahead in this one. All right, Feuerbacher in the shotgun set. 5 receivers, 3 wide to the top, 2 to the bottom. Looking to the top of the screen right there. Has a receiver and not going to be complete right there. Is Eric Richardson get over and lay the hit?
Eric does lay the hit out.
And it is a clean hit against the receiver. Keeps him from being able to tuck the ball away right there.
The receiver gets the ball in his hand and kind of bobbles it. And that's what Eric got the hit in on him and broke that play up.
It was definitely a clean hit, but it was a hard hit. I believe that was number 4, Carter Harrell over there that got his hands on the ball. But Eric Richardson hit him hard with the purpose to dislodge that ball, and he did. So that's going to make it incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Big news from down in Willard, Matt. Big news.
Big news.
Webb City's up on the Willard Tigers, 21-0 in the second quarter.
Feuerbacher going to keep it himself. He's going to get it forward across the 20. Down to, well, they're going to spot it just at the 20-yard line. So it's going to bring up about 3rd and 5, and you got to think kind of like what we saw that first drive inside the 20 here. You got to think we're going to have to hold twice right here as Glendale's going to go for it, would be my guess.
Well, I don't think they're going to punt.
All right, Feuerbacher in the shotgun set. 5 receivers wide. This time, handoff. Looking for room on that right-hand side. He's got the first down. He's going to be brought down right about the 10-yard line. We've seen that little run. Derek Horton coming on that counter inside. That time able to get the first down. And, Coach, I believe that's going to be first and goal. Well, they're going to spot him just outside the 10.
Yeah, well,
they're going to call it first and goal from the other side of the 10.
Yes, they're going to say it was. I'm not sure the officials were going to be okay with that, but our chain gang just put the chains down.
Feuerbacher drops back. It's going to be a pass, a little short screen. Still on his feet. First man slows him down, but, Coach, they're going to lose yardage on the play,
Wow.
I think.
I thought after he got hit, I was surprised that he continued.
Well, no, they're going to say forward momentum took him across the 10, so the ball's going to be at the 9, so it's going to be second and goal from the 9. Feuerbacher drops back, looking to the right-hand side again. That's going to be Klinkenbeard. Pass going to be complete. He's going to get it down, looks like, to about the 5-yard line. Coach Mrs. Adrevex commented on the Tigers. Love to see the pink. Pink out night here tonight at Tiger Stadium. We had a day this week at the high school where we celebrated that, the stand against breast cancer, and Tigers all pinked out here. All right, it's going to be third and goal. Ball sitting at the 5-yard line. A little tighter set. Looks to be a designed run this time. Still on his feet. He's going to get a yard, maybe 2. Horton is the guy that took the snap there. Zay MacArthur on the stop for the Tigers. So, Coach, it's going to be fourth and goal.
From the 4-yard line.
Another big fourth down. We've seen the Tiger defense come up big a couple times here tonight. See if we can get another stand right here. Fakes miss, and he doesn't get in, and just like that, golly, the Tigers inside the red zone tonight have been able to put up a brick wall 3 times in a row.
That play was the old direct snap, quarterback jump, goes over his head.
The
but
high
the
snap.
timing on that was not exactly what was wanted, I don't think, from the Glendale Falcons. So the Tigers will take over. The ball's on the 3-yard line.
Saw the Tigers pin back deep last time. Tigers are going to have to work out some space, and there it is right there. Still on his feet, Zay MacArthur. Woo!
As Eric
No, it was
Richardson.
Eric Richardson? It was Richardson.
Well, you talk about a guy getting a long run. Did you see Daniel Jones's run last night for the New York Giants?
No, I did not.
Crazy. I get up this morning, I see an alert about it because I went to bed, and he's got an 80-yard run in him. Now, Daniel's the quarterback for the Giants.
Right.
Probably hadn't ran 80 yards in 5 years. He gets down to about between the 20 and the 15, and you know what happened? Line jumped up and got him. Arms got the flailing, legs got the flailing, and he went down and did a nosedive on about the 15-yard line.
No, I did not see that play. I was nestled away asleep last night. Coach, we talked about all the work in the teachers, custodians, bus drivers, administrators. I know that by the time we're done, I sleep well at night. I did not make it long last night, but boy, Eric Richardson, nice run right there on first down. Gets the ball out just across the 25-yard line. Some breathing room right there, not playing deep right back up against the end zone here. Really opens the playbook up. When you're backed up right there, there's not a lot you can do.
Did you watch the debate last night?
I did watch the debate.
Okay. Well, I was worried you went to bed before that.
No, after the debate was over, I was done for the night.
Nothing more American than a debate.
Well, I was just really glad to see a little more civility between the two major candidates there. All right, so the Tiger offense, 1st and 10. Ball sits at the 25-yard line. Tigers go 2 wide. Man comes in motion. Handoff's going to go up the middle.
Eric Richardson, isn't it?
Richardson again still on his feet. Going to pick up almost 20 more. About 19 yards on that run right there. Gets the ball out to the 44-yard line. Well, Coach, and we talked about keeping the defense honest. Right here, you look, those linebackers are creeping right up towards that line. Here they come. Handoff faked. L.J. Beam going to bring it outside. He spins. Ball's loose, but I think he gets right back on it. L.J. Beam going to pick up about a yard on the play right there, but kind of what we alluded to is you see those linebackers creeping up, just expecting Richardson. You fake that handoff. L.J. spins to bring it to the outside. So the Tigers going to keep 2 receivers wide, 1 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Got a little wildcat formation here in the backfield. A.J. Martin goes in motion. L.J. Beam looking for space on that left-hand side. He's going to be wrapped up and dropped back. Coach, I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage.
No, I don't believe he did. So that's going to bring up a 3rd, about 11.
I believe you're right, Coach. All right, Tigers going to go 3 receivers wide, 2 to the top, or 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Drops back. L.J. Beam looks right and across the middle, looking for Zay MacArthur, but ball a little underthrown.
Yeah, I think the ball might have been tipped at the line.
Looking for MacArthur
the
coming
way
across
it
the
come
middle.
out of there, it just looked a little funny. I think that ball, Glendale might have got a hand on that.
So that's going to bring the punt team on.
That's going to be Eric Richardson. Now he's going to use those legs to punt.
Going to be a high floater.
Oh,
that ball's loose in
yes.
Waynesville Tigers. What a hop right there, Coach.
Wow.
That ball hit the ground and
What
shot
two hops?
straight forward.
And then shot straight back at a Waynesville Tiger. That's crazy. You couldn't draw that up any better than that.
Holy cow, what a turn of events right there. So the Waynesville offense right back onto the field they come. But, Coach, you see the ball sometimes take a funny hop sideways or something. That ball hit the ground and shot straight forward like a bullet.
And then straight back at the Tiger defender.
So good turn of events right here. The Waynesville Tigers move the ball down the field. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 29-yard line. A.J. Martin goes in motion, quick pass to the outside, wrapped up immediately. I think that's Tuiasosopo over there with the catch, but immediately wrapped up, so a loss of 2. So that's going to make it about 2nd and 12. Handoff's going to go to Richardson. Looks like he's going to pick up 1. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 11, Coach. we're just a little over 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Would really like to see the Tigers get one more on the board before halftime. LJ Beam rolls out, looking for someone on the right-hand side. Pass goes up.
And it bounces around off 3 or 4 players and to the ground, luckily.
Coach, it'll be interesting to see what we do right here.
I think we're going to go for it.
That's kind of what I'm suspecting. LJ Beam's going to come over to the sideline.
Well,
and it looks like the Tigers are going to put the punting team on the field.
So Eric Richardson back to punt. And we do punt.
And the Tiger coverage team is there. We have a penalty down. So we'll see what the flag's for, but the Tigers down the ball inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be a penalty against Glendale. Personal foul. So, Coach, now, did the personal foul
well, I'm not sure what
that be
flag
assessed?
didn't come out until the ball had been kicked. So
well, then it's going to be half the distance to the goal. So the ball's going to be backed up just inside the 5-yard line. So the Glendale Falcons, with 4:45 left to play here in the first half, will take over on offense just inside the 5-yard line. Coach, 5 wide, 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Feuerbacher drops back. He's looking for a receiver to the top of the screen. He has him complete. Still on his feet across the 30, 40, 50, back out of bounds.
See where he steps out. They're going to say he made it all the way down to the 29-yard line.
That is further than I thought he stayed in bounds. Woo.
65-yard pass completion. He kind of slowed down over there, and you kind of I think it made it appear that he stepped out of bounds, and he knew he hadn't, and then he shifted gears again.
Got it right back on it. So as you said, 65-yard pass play. Glendale quickly back in business at this end of the field. A little screen pass to the inside. That's going to be down inside the 20-yard line, so that's going to be a first down for the Glendale Falcons.
So very quickly the Glendale Falcons have changed field position.
And the
here.
Falcons quickly back on the ball. Coach, the chain gang's getting a workout over there. Handoff, little counter play right there, looking back to the inside.
We got a flag down.
We've seen Horton on that little counter handoff several times, but you get a flag right there, that's in that area where it's almost always going to be holding.
And it is.
So that's going to back him up 5 yards. We'll replay it. It'll be 1st and 15. Or now we're marching back the other direction.
And none of that happened.
Well, and I kind of wondered about that right there. It was no gain on the play. You probably decline that and just take the loss of down, and the Tigers do. Feuerbacher steps back to get the play call from the sideline. 3 receivers down here to the bottom, 2 to the top. Quick pass looking in the middle, looking for Klinkenbeard, but that ball thrown a little bit low and behind him right there.
Yeah. Clinkenbeard really didn't have any opportunity to catch that ball.
No, he reaches back with one hand, but it was low and behind him. Clinkenbeard, coach, do we have? It says 5'11", 200. He looks a little bigger than that to me, but.
Well, I would have taken the over on that.
It's going to be Horton again, a little counter handoff.
He's still
on his feet, down inside the 5, and that's going to be a first down. Horton gets it down, right at the 5-yard line, so it's going to be first and goal. Let's see if these Waynesville Tigers have one more stand in them here in this first half inside the 5. Glendale Falcons been down here 3 times already tonight and come away with nothing. Little misdirection snap that time. Coach, they may get a yard on forward progress right there. Wyatt Andrews, a little direct snap play to him, trying a little trickery. He may have gotten a yard, but didn't get much. Johannes Momo, number 6 in the middle, once again coming up with a big stop right there. Coach, this is a little different formation right here. Going to try that direct snap and run again. Going to get a little
real
closer.
close. Oh, there.
Well, the Tigers are coming out saying that they've got the ball.
Well, and the official near side to us raised his hands up like it was a touchdown. So we've had a
referees are going to huddle up right here.
And now they're going to say third down. We had a touchdown, a fumble, and now we're going to have third down.
They're going to say down by contact at the 1-yard line. Really looks like about the half-yard line. Coach, we're going to get a timeout here. Talk this over. As Waynesville's going to take the timeout here. Second timeout for the Tigers. They have 1 remaining. Glendale Falcons have 2 remaining here in the first half. But I think
that timeout might have been as much so Coach Mott could find out exactly what just happened.
Well, Coach, it's as close as it can get right here. That ball sits right at the in between the goal line and the 1. Tiger defense, I probably just want to talk this over right here, make sure, know exactly what everyone's doing. We've seen Glendale 2 plays of the last 4 do a little direct snap, kind of misdirection play. I know Glendale is definitely a passing team, but this close, you got to think that they believe that they can pick up a yard straight forward. And they're going to pack it in tight right here. And they're going to have a receiver coming on late. Tigers get the man over in coverage, but got to think that this is going right up the middle. It's Clinkenbeard, the receiver, is in there looking like a fullback right now. It's going to be a direct snap. Nope.
Yeah, he's going to the outside, and the Glendale Falcons are going to score around the left side of the Tiger defense. It's going to be Derek
Horton.
So Falcons take all the way to almost the end of the second quarter to put their first points on the board against the Tigers. We talked about this the other night against Hillcrest. You don't see.
And the Falcons line up to go for 2. Feuerbacher in at quarterback. They bring back the 5-wide formation. Feuerbacher looks like he's going to keep it himself, and
is hit.
He's hit, and they're going to. Whoa! Very delayed call as they started to mark him short, and then the hands went up. So they're going to say he got the 2-point conversion.
Boy, he got hit hard. I couldn't tell who made that hit.
But credit to Feuerbacher, he absolutely got popped, but he kept fighting, and they're going to say he got in on that second effort. So that's going to make it 14-8 here. And with 2:43 Boy, Coach, I'd like to see the Tigers get it back on offense to take off on a long run or pass play right here, get on the board, get down, tack on a few points here before half. We've seen the Tigers offense go quickly down the field multiple times this year. A.J. Martin going to be the deep man for the Tigers. Second tier going to be Tuiasosopo, and Coach, I can't see who that is across.
No, I can't either.
Across the way, it looks like Eric Richardson, but I'm not 100% sure. Tigers look like they're expecting a little short kick here, and it is going to be a little short bouncer, and it goes off the hands of Eric Richardson. He fields it,
and he's going to be brought down
back right, probably
at the 20, or about right at the 20-yard line. It looks like, Matt.
All right, so the Tiger offense going to be back on the field. 2:38 to play here in the first half. Waynesville Tigers on top right now, 14-8.
Both teams with one timeout left here in the first half.
All right, Tigers come to the set. L.J. Beam in the shotgun set. Eric Richardson behind him, 3 receivers wide. Turn, handoff goes to Richardson. Richardson going to be pulled down immediately as he gets to the line of scrimmage right there. Two receivers check into the game for the Tigers. Looks like Christopher Bancroft and Jarrett Hyatt checking in at receivers as the Tigers going to put 4 wide. L.J. Beam rolls out to his right, still on his feet, tucking it to go himself. He's going to get it back to about the original line of scrimmage, but L.J.'s going to be brought down. Going to be Nicholas Daniger on the stop.
3rd and 11 for the Tigers.
Fake the handoff. L.J. Beam throws back across. Eric Richardson has it. On his feet still. He's out across the 30.
He's got the first down.
Nice play design right there as Eric Richardson fakes the handoff. L.J. rolls back across, and every one of those Glendale Falcons followed L.J. on the fake handoff. L.J. pitches it right back to Eric, and Eric forward and picks up the first down out to about the 33, 34-yard line now.
Clock's still running. We're hitting the 1:15 mark. Tigers have said they still have a timeout.
Pass is going to be complete.
Fiame
is going to be over. He's going to pick up about a yard. Forward progress going to give him about a yard. But as you said, the clock's going to continue to run as we're under a minute. Tigers brings a MacArthur in motion. Handoff goes to Eric Richardson, Coach, and he's immediately wrapped up in the backfield.
There are 4 Glendale Falcons waiting on Eric to get that ball. And we're going to get a timeout by the Glendale Falcons.
That'll stop the clock with 32 seconds on it.
Well, and here's your situation. Falcons are out of timeouts. Tigers can kneel on the ball and they go in at half here. And I got a feeling that might be what Coach Haynes is wanting to do here. I don't know that you put yourself in that situation where you take any chances of giving the ball back to the Falcons right here.
It'll be interesting to see.
You never know.
Coach Haynes very animated down there in the huddle.
Coach Haynes lives a fairly animated life.
Well, I started to think, well, that does. An animated Coach Haynes doesn't make me think that we're getting ready to kneel it, but then what you said is exactly right. Coach Haynes is animated and lively all the time. All right, the Tigers line up 4 receivers wide. Eric Richardson appears to be the quarterback in this set. Fakes the handoff. Eric Richardson going to keep it himself, running it forward. And Eric's going to get it out across the 40. Well, now, referees indicated timeout to the Falcons right there, but the Falcons don't have any timeouts.
No. Well, you don't think they paid the $5 up so they get to have that one extra timeout whenever they need it?
Well, no, and the interesting thing here is that the Falcons didn't have any timeouts to take, and the Waynesville Tigers aren't being charged with their timeout. I feel like somebody has some splaining to do.
Well, because this is a huge play because it's 4th down, Matt. So Eric Richardson will go back to punt.
Eric, high floater. That ball's going to roll down, going to be touched dead right on the 30-yard line, so it's going to stop the clock with 10 seconds to play.
Glendale with, we assume, no timeouts left.
I thought the Falcons had no timeouts the last time they had no timeouts, but then they were able to take one, and granted, there's only 10 seconds here, but this is a play that the Glendale Falcons should not really be getting right now.
Well, that's what I'm thinking here.
And obviously, Glendale, a high-flying air team, putting this ball in the air, so got to think they're going to take a shot right here. Feuerbacher's back, 5 receivers wide, and now the Waynesville Tigers are going to burn their final timeout, or what we believe is their final timeout.
Big news from Willard, Matt. Big news from Willard. The Webb City Cardinals are up on the Willard Tigers 41-0 in the second quarter. Big news from Willard.
Coach, I believe before we came on the air, I believe I predicted that Webb City would be up by about 40.
Well, you said you thought it would be there was no way that Willard could win that game.
And so far they are proving me right.
Well, there is still a way. I mean, the game's not over.
Do you believe the Willard Tigers are coming back on the Webb City Cardinals?
Do I believe that it's possible? Yes, I believe it's possible.
Would you like to place any wager on this?
No, I just said I believe it's possible because the game is still going on.
Well, I believe it's possible. It is statistically possible. I don't think it's
so
realistic.
You're telling me there's a chance?
I don't believe it's realistically possible.
You're telling me there's a chance?
I'm telling you, I'd like to put a large amount of money on this if you think that the Willard Tigers are going to come back.
I didn't say that. But I'm telling you, they have a chance.
All right, so 10 seconds on the clock. Feuerbacher drops back. He's looking deep down the right side, and it's going to be intercepted by the Tigers, looks like. It's going to be Tuiasosopo gets up, get his hands on it, and pulls that one down.
So the Tigers have the ball back with 2 seconds left.
Coach, it's quite the turn of events here in the first half. Coach Sue Dockery checking in with us tonight from way out in Seaside, California.
Now let's see what Coach Haynes wants to do.
All right. Tigers going to have it 1st and 10. Ball sits at the 35-yard line. Barring a penalty, this should be the last play of the first half.
And the Tigers kneel on it, and that is the final play of the first half. The Tigers will go in with a lead over the Glendale Falcons, 14-8 here at halftime. We want to welcome everybody to join us here for the Waynesville Marching Band under the direction of Jared Sabatasso. Tonight, we're hoping that Jim Stockman is joining us so he can watch the band tonight. And we want you all to sit back and enjoy this. And we're going to be back in about 20 minutes for second half Waynesville Tiger football action.
Sit back.
Doug's laughing.
The 2020 Tiger Flag Marching Band. Halftime performance. The band will open with the 1967 smash hit by The Who, I Can See for Miles. Next, to remind us of our patriotism and nationalism, the band will play America the Beautiful by Samuel Ward. Then, to close tonight's halftime show, the band is going to Shake That, as they play a chart made famous by the duo featuring British singer Lauren Bennett and American music producer Moon Rock Party Rock Anthem. Drum majors this year are Linus Dirkman, Alejandro Mulvey, and Kaylin Taylor. Drum majors, is your band ready? You may take the field for your halftime performance. The band is under the direction of Jim Stockman, Jared Sabatasso, Nathan Vargas, and Todd Walker. The color guard is under the direction of Melanie Bancher. Additional assistance is provided by Laura Smith. Let's hear it again for the Waynesville Tiger Club marching band. And Kennedy Beecham. Let's give a round of applause to our cheerleaders. Another round of applause for WHS cheerleaders. Great job, ladies. Again, a big thank you to our Booster Club businesses and individual sponsors. We would also like to specifically thank Mike Freeman and his team at Southern Sexton for donating $25 for every touchdown scored this season. That's $50 so far today. Maybe the Tigers will make them donate $150 more. If you are interested in helping or donating to the Booster Club, please contact the athletic office or find them on Facebook. I would also like to thank our chain gang. Mike, Rojas, Dunbar, Bob, the Hammer Jones, Chris, the Anvil Morgan, and Craig, the Crazy Train Chavez.
king, let them have us. But we better wait, then we get candy. We lose and we really get the blues like Nappy. I wanna celebrate the losers for savage. Cause let's elevate, we do with the laughing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for second half action here from Tiger Stadium as the Waynesville Tigers lead the Glendale Falcons 14-8. Matt, tremendous first half for the Tigers. The Tigers' defense has had 3 huge stands. The offense has been able to move the ball. We've been able to run the ball, which I know from talking to Coach Haynes was one of the things he wanted to do. Just a great first half for the Waynesville Tigers.
Absolutely. You talk about that defensive unit out there under the direction of Mike Klutz. 4 times inside the 10-yard line, and Glendale gets into the end zone once. 3 huge stops by the defense. Glendale gets the ball to start the game, goes all the way down the field, come away with an interception, and then 2 fourth down stands. Has the Tigers on top right now, and the Tigers going to be set to return the ball here to start the second half. So that offense going to be right back on the field. Got to think that Coach Hollywood Haynes wants to take that ball, drive right down the field, and get right back into the end zone. Put Glendale on their heels again, as Glendale was playing on their heels from behind most of that first half. Definitely want to keep that momentum going here in the second half. As you said, we're playing for home field, not next week. Next week, all teams, looks like we're going to have a penalty here. Dead ball. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Maybe the referee had not given the whistle to start the action. Either way, it's going to wipe out a kick right there. A.J. Martin came up fielded that quickly. I'd like to see how far that was going to get returned right there.
Yeah, I'm going to say that they may not have.
Yeah, I don't think the referee had blown the play live, sent us to action. There we go. Kicker's double checking this time before he boots it away.
And he's still waiting.
Well, he got fooled once. He didn't want to get fooled twice. It's going to be a little short hopper. Ball's going to bounce. A.J. Martin's going to pick it up. Still on his feet across the 40. A.J. got a lot of room in front of him.
A.J.'s going to take it to the house.
A.J. Martin, touchdown, Tigers. Coach, that took 11 seconds.
Well, I think he kept, the kicker for Glendale kept looking over to the sideline about what to do. I'm glad he did that. Not sure Coach Mock's glad he did that.
No, and we've talked several times throughout the season how most teams do not want to kick it deep to the Tigers, and that's the reason why. The return men we have on this team, just like that, 11 seconds, Waynesville puts it right back on in the end zone. All right, A.J. Beam to spot, Chase Evans on to kick. It's down. Oh. Never got it set right there.
Never got set. That's gonna keep the score at 20-8 here with 11:49 left here in the second, in the third quarter.
So just like that, Coach, I said Coach Hollywood Haynes down there would want to see the Tigers go quickly down the field and put some points on the board, and they did not disappoint.
Nope, that happened very quickly.
Coach, I have to agree here with Brenda Roach talking about the Tiger Pride Marching Band at halftime. A lot of fun watching them out there tonight. Started out with a little patriotic number, a little America the Beautiful, and ended up with a little dance number in the middle of it. Tiger Pride Marching Band, always fun to watch here.
Josh Mize joined us there at halftime for a little bit. Josh even got the dancing up here a little bit.
Well, it's hard not to. You get the rhythm and going out there. So after 11 seconds, we're going to have a second kickoff here in the second half. Chase Evans going to tee it up for the Waynesville Tigers. A little different return formation here for the Glendale Falcons. It's going to be high end over end, fielded right at the 23.
And fumbled.
It's loose. Zay MacArthur.
He's on it.
Wow.
And the Tigers had the ball again at the 10-yard line.
Well, one thing I was about to say right there is Chase came forward for the kick. A different return formation. A lot of men back for Glendale right there. I think purposefully try and prevent that right there from happening. And it happens again, second time tonight. Wow, Zay MacArthur dives on that ball, and just like that, they're going to wave off. I did not see the penalty flag, but it is going to be waved off. Coach, the offense is back on the field. 1st and 10, ball sits at the 11-yard line. All right, LJ Beam in at quarterback here for the Waynesville Tigers. I'm sorry, that's Eric Richardson.
Oh, and Eric
a little
stuffed
wildcat
it.
formation, and Eric is dropped immediately. Going to be stopped by number 51, Cooper Roy of the Glendale Falcons. Sniffed that play out. All right, so it's going to bring up second and about 11. LJ Beam over getting the play call.
And after the adjustment, it's actually 2nd and 12 from the 13-yard line.
All right, Tigers keep that full backfield. LJ Beam turns, puts it up for grabs, looking for Fiame over here, and it's going to be incomplete.
Lots of contact.
Lots
of
that's
contact.
what I was on. I was kind of waiting to see if we might get a flag right there. I guess the referee thought they just tangled up with each other inadvertently. So the incomplete pass stops the clock at 10:56. Coach, we're a lot of action here to start the second half. Looks like the sideline warning to Glendale.
Yeah, I think so.
And the referee's going to stop this right here. Saw the head umpire give the signal to add time to the play clock. I'm not sure exactly what the call was there. Pass goes up into the end zone. Oh, gonna say incomplete. Looking for Tuiasosopo over there on the corner. Couldn't tell if he got his hands on it or not, but they're going to say it fell incomplete. So it's going to be 4th and 12.
I believe the Tigers are going to attempt a field goal here. It'll be a 30-yarder.
Yep. LJ Beam on to hold. Looks like he's going to tee it up right at the 20. Chase Evans back. It's down. Kicks up and away.
And it's
good. So the Tigers come away with points right there. And, Coach, after Glendale scoring in the first half, going for that 2-point conversion right there, Tigers missing an extra point earlier. Big 3 points right there. I mean, obviously, we would have liked to seen the Tigers come away with a touchdown.
No, but you wanted to put points on the board.
Right,
there.
and those 3 points in particular are huge right there. So like the points on the board for the Tigers. So very quickly out of halftime, Tigers find the end zone on the kickoff return. Fumble by Glendale on the ensuing kickoff sets up the Tigers for 3 points, and Chase Evans going to be out there to kick it off once more here in the second half for the Waynesville Tigers. Coach, looks like a lot of conversation going on back here with the return team of the Glendale Falcons. Everybody talking about who has what area. We've seen them fumble 2 kickoffs tonight. Definitely they do not want to fumble a third one.
No, 'cause we played about a minute and 17 seconds. And
as I look back through there, you see Clint Harrell, Klinkenbeard. Basically, the receiving core are the 6 back right now for the Glendale Falcons. All right, Chase Evans has it teed up. Set to kick off here for the Tigers. And we're going to have a penalty flag. I think right there at the position of the kickoff. Got to think one of the Tigers took off early.
Yeah.
And they did. And so it's going to be penalized in 5 yards. Chase going to back it up and going to kick it from the 35 right here. Coach, the hotline bling has them dancing right now.
Wow.
Coach, you can't help but dance. All right. Chase, another high end over end spinner, going to be fielded right at the 25-yard line. That's going to be Harrell. Finds some space, still on his feet as he's out across midfield. And finally going to be brought down, but not until he gets it back to about the 35-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers. So Clint Harrell, number 10, on the return right there. Going to give the Glendale Falcons some pretty nice real estate to be starting this drive on.
Boy, I was looking back the whole way looking for a flag. He cuts back across the field. We've talked about this many, many times. Matt, cut back across the field. It's so easy for the return team to pick up a block in the back.
All right, that pass is going to be complete to the outside. A.J. Martin in on the stop, but not until Glendale's able to pick up about 6, maybe 7 on the play. So going to bring up 2nd and 3. Glendale keeping the 5 wide set. Fugenbacher passes to the middle. That's going to be Klinkenbeard. No, I'm sorry, it's not. That's going to be number 13, Wyatt Andrews, on the completion right there. He's going to have the first down. Going to bring it down to about the 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 there. Turn, hands the ball to Klinkenbeard that time. He's going to get it forward, pick up maybe 2 yards on the play. Kind of that inside little trap run we've seen Harrell come through there several times. That was Klinkenbeard that time, number 5 for the Glendale Falcons.
Actually going to give him 3, make it 2nd and 7. Got a flag down, yeah.
Going to be false start right there as Fugenbacher came to the line. Really hard count. I think he caused his own man to jump right there. Very animated in his call right there. I think he causes the offsides on his own man. So that's going to back it up. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Yeah, your guys need to know if you're going to do the hard count.
Fugenbacher looks to the sideline to get the call. Keeps that 5 wide formation that we've seen all night long from Glendale. Fugenbacher drops back. He's looking to the end zone. He's got Klinkenbeard, and Klinkenbeard's in for the score right there.
Klinkenbeard gets in behind the Tiger defense. And puts 6 more on the board for the Glendale Falcons. I've got to assume they're going to go for 2 here.
Direct snap to Wyatt Andrews, I believe, right there.
And he's going to be in. So that's going to bring the score to 23-16 in favor of the Waynesville Tigers. Glendale getting ready to kick off. Last time we saw a kickoff, we got to see A.J. Martin do some running.
I'd like to see that again, Coach Rollins. I mean, I like watching A.J. run in the spring, but right now it's not track season, so I'd like to see him take off and head to that end zone again. As Coach, we've had a lot of action here. We're just under 9 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. I might have should have brought another energy drink up here if it's going to be this fast-paced, Coach Rollins. All right, A.J. Martin is going back. He is going to be the deep man. Now, we've seen Glendale kind of pop up a little short kick here a few times tonight. That second tier, we've got Tui Asasopo and Eric Richardson back, standing at about the 35-yard line. A.J. Martin back at the 15-yard line. And it's going to be Charlie Reared.
It's going to be an onside kick. That ball's out there.
Pop up, but the Waynesville Tigers.
Looks like Waynesville was all over it.
That's going to be Jaden Bourne. Number 12, Jaden Bourne hops up there, gets that one, brings it back down to the ground. So it's going to put the Tigers in business at the 44-yard line. 8:48 to play here in the third quarter. Coach, with Glendale, a team that is going to throw it most every down, stops that clock a lot. We don't burn much time when Glendale's got the ball in their position. All right, L.J. Beam in the shotgun set. Eric Richardson back beside him. L.J.'s going to keep it, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a loss of about 5 on the play. So that's going to bring up second and about 15.
It's a 4-yard loss on the set. Second down and 14 and 40 yards.
All right, the Tigers are going to go 4 wide receivers in this set. We've got 3 bunched down here to the bottom of the screen. Now Eric Richardson comes in motion. Tigers line up and go 4 wide. Pass
that ball's
backwards.
Going to be a backwards pass, too.
And it's going to be out of bounds. So that's going to move it back to the 25-yard line. Coach, that's going to be a big loss right there.
Luckily, the ball scooted out of bounds.
It's a 15-yard loss.
15 yards.
15 yards.
That ball stays in bounds, and it could have gotten real ugly.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 29 right now. Going to be Richardson, I think, on the direct snap. Going to keep it, get out to about the 30-yard line, but the Tigers are going to have to punt. So Richardson's going to back up to punt for the Tigers. Coach, right now, Glendale, okay, finally going to drop someone back. I think that's going to be Cabrera. Actually, he's going to come back up. Going to be a high spiraling kick. Nice kick right there. Kind of takes a sideways bounce and going to be touch dead right at the 39, just short of the 40-yard line. So right there, the Glendale Falcons.
I don't think Glendale was wanting to take any chances with the deep guy right there. We'll just take the ball with where we got it.
And we've seen them drop 2 kickoffs for fumbles, and then we saw a really just odd bounce on the punt.
Right.
Shot
that point,
into the
you're
leg.
a little snake bit tonight at that point. I think you
just take it wherever it gets kicked to. Fukenbacher, a little delayed pass into the middle of the field, still on his feet, gets it down to about the 40-yard line. That's going to be Wyatt Andrews on the completion. Jaden Bourne on the stop right there, but not before Glendale picks up a lot of real estate, pushes it into Waynesville territory, so they're going to have it 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Glendale keeps the 5-wide formation. Fukenbacher in the shotgun set. Drops back. He's looking to the right-hand side. Passes complete to Andrews once more. He's going to be pushed out of bounds, but going to pick up about 5, maybe 6 on the play.
And this is what we've seen over the last few years, or as long as we've seen Coach Mock down there. This is what we've seen. They get into a hurry-up. There's no huddle. And when they get their rhythm going, they are a very tough team to stop.
Fukenbacher to keep it this time. He spins forward, and we've got a flag right in that position of holding. So that'll wipe out a nice little run there on second down by the Glendale Falcons. It's going to back them up 5 yards. Repeat second down, so it's going to be 2nd and 9. Glendale comes to the line once more. Spread wide. Fukenbacher drops back again. A little screen pass into the middle. Still
Another
on his
flag.
feet. We've got another flag over here. And we're going to have holding again.
I thought I saw a hold, but I thought it was on the opposite side of the field, so I don't know if that was the same one or.
That little delayed screen pass right there has been effective. They're getting it open, but they may be getting it open because of the hold.
Exactly. So we're going to have 2nd and 15.
So, 2nd and 15 after back-to-back holding penalties. Fukenbacher comes back into the set. 3 receivers wide at the top, 2 at the bottom. Fukenbacher drops back. He's looking deep down the right-hand side. He's got a receiver, and they're going to say it's complete. So a pickup of about, we'll look at the spot, 29.
19.
They're going to spot it at the 19, so wow.
18. They're going to actually spot it at the 18.
So that'd be, wow. All right. So 1st and 10, ball sits at the 18. A little give, handoff, looking for room at the bottom of the screen.
Wow.
That's going to be Derek Horton on the carry, and he's going to take a hit at the end, but he's going to get it down to about the 3-yard line. So 1st and goal here for the Glendale Falcons.
Yeah, he's going to feel that hit in the morning.
All right, this is where we've seen Glendale come out in this bunched up tight formation. Once they get it down inside the 10, they come to it once more. It's going to be Horton on the direct snap, and he's going to be
in for the touchdown.
So Horton gets in, 4-yard run, and that's going to stop the clock at 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
1-point ball game. We have not seen Glendale kick yet, Matt, so got to believe they're going to go for 2 and go for the lead.
The 2 previous plays here going for 2. We've seen a little direct snap run. This time it looks like they're going to drop back and pass. A little screen pass into the middle, and that's going to be caught and in.
And the Glendale Falcons take their first lead of the evening, 24-23. 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter.
Trey Moldenhauer was the receiver that time, comes across on that screen pass. And as you said, gets in for the 2-point conversion, so gives Glendale a 1-point lead. 5 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
And Matt, my gut tells me the Tigers better score on this series.
Yeah, the Glendale seems to be growing a little more confidence over there on the offensive side right now. Would like to see the Tiger offense get a nice little drive in. Well, I'd just as soon AJ run it all the way back. But if he doesn't, I'd like to see the Tigers take a little air out of the sail. The Glendale Falcons, a nice drive down the field, get it in the end zone, and put Glendale back on the defensive. All right, they're going to bounce it long. That's going to be into and out of the back of the end zone. So the Tigers are going to take over at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, so LJ Beam and the Tiger offense will go back to work there.
And you know, Matt, we were on the air 2 weeks ago. Last offensive play of the night for the Tigers. Quarterback Michael Lewis injured himself, is out for the rest of the year. We got some people who watch with us. Our home games may not have known that. Maybe been wondering. We probably need to pass that info on. Michael having an outstanding year, and in typical fashion, injures his shoulder, trying to get an extra yard to get in the end zone.
We've got a flag down at the end of that run. Eric Richardson got forward, picked up what looked to be about 10 yards. Should be enough for the first down, but came in late. Got to think that's one of those in the area of a personal foul. We'll wait and see what the referee's signal is here.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike on the Glendale Falcons. So 10-yard run and a first down for Eric Richardson. Going to be then add on 15 more yards. That's a few. I believe the second unsportsmanlike we've seen on Glendale tonight. So it's going to put the Tigers out across the 45-yard line. LJ Beam stands in the shotgun set. Eric Richardson behind him. Two receivers wide out to the top. Handoff goes to Richardson, quickly up the middle, still on his feet, across the 40.
Nice block.
30, 20. Eric Richardson cuts it back to the inside, and he's going to be dropped, but not before he's down inside the 15-yard line. What a run, Eric Richardson.
Great run by Eric Richardson. Fiame, with the block down in front of him, probably opened that up to pick up another 15 yards. Tremendous open field block. That is so hard to do without catching somebody in the back.
Right,
or
absolutely.
Catching that penalty. Tremendous block there.
Well, and we've seen Fiame come up big at receiver this year. We've seen him on the defensive side, and as you said right there, laying a key block. Zay MacArthur comes in motion, circles back around, and we're going to have a false start on the Tigers right there.
Yeah, we're having false starters on the right side.
False start on the offense, 5-yard penalty replay, first down.
I'm not sure what the play call was, but Coach Haynes, it must have been a good one because Coach Haynes was extra upset on that one. So that's going to back it up 5. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Waynesville Tigers. Ball sits just inside the 20-yard line.
Well, if it was a good one, now we need to get 15 yards. He ought to run that again.
Well, it was probably going to be extra special. LJ Beam in the shotgun set. Handoff goes to Richardson. Richardson slices through the line. He's going to get it 5, maybe 6 yards back.
Matt, that's a handoff up the middle. I'm not sure that's extra special.
Well, I don't think that was the play.
Okay.
Coach, we got to send a big hello. Got a viewer checking in with us from down in Tennessee tonight. Longtime voice of these Waynesville Tigers, Mr. Nelson Morgan. Zay MacArthur comes in motion. Handoff goes to Eric Richardson, and there is a whole host of the Glendale Tigers there to greet him. Glendale Tigers. Glendale Falcons.
What do you call a group of Falcons?
I'm not sure. Squadron? I'm thinking birds. Birds of prey. I don't know.
Squadron.
Well, we can look that up. You know, Google knows things that we don't know, Coach Rollins.
I like it, squadron.
LJ Bean
that ball's
mishandles.
on the ground. Just get on top of it, LJ.
Well, and LJ does the smart thing right there, and that's what you've got to do. LJ, you know he wants to pick it up and try and make something out of it right there, but the smart thing, you've got to fall on top of that ball right there.
So that's going to break up a 4th and 23.
It appears the offense is going to stay on the field right here. LJ Beam comes to the line to A.J. Martin.
We'd be looking at about a 45-yard field goal from here.
A.J. Martin in the backfield. Eric Richardson goes out to receiver. A.J. Martin goes in motion, and we've got 5 wide. Pressure quickly up the middle, and we've got a penalty here.
On the sack, number 53, Gavin Stidham, but there is multiple
Gavin Stidham, number 53, comes through and gets the sack.
Boy, a whole tower of Falcons comes through right there. That's what it is, Matt.
A tower?
Tower of Falcons.
Tower of Falcons.
That's
Gonna be.
That's research by the TTSN sports interns.
Oh, well, of course. Well, listen, they're trained by Tim Wallace. So you know that it's an unfair advantage.
Well, Tim Wallace, if I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and I get my one phone call, guys, Tim Wallace.
You're calling Tim Wallace. Who else would you call?
About every subject.
Well, of course. So the Falcons declined the penalty.
Maybe not math.
Falcons declined the penalty. They're going to take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Fugenbacher back in the set. Looking for receiver down here. That's going to be way out of bounds right there. Carter Harold, the intended target, or I believe the intended target. But, Coach, that winged back into action, winged back over to Coach Hollywood Joe Haynes by one of the cheerleaders over here. I believe that's Amelia Falgy firing that ball back over to Coach Haynes.
Yeah, well, we may see Amelia on the football field next year. You never know.
Fugenbacher drops back, looking deep, and that pass is complete. Still on his feet, finally pushed down. Going to be Wyatt Adams, number 13, gets it down inside the 30-yard line.
Forced out of bounds by number 19, Marion Yame. After a big pitch and catch, first down, Falcons.
Matt, big shout out to a guy who used to coach with us, Lieutenant Dan Kenya, who's joining us tonight here on the TTSN Sports Network. Dan, you know what he's sitting there doing, don't you? He's holding that new baby and watching a little TTSN Sports. That's what he's doing. I don't blame him. That's what I'd be doing if I was him.
I'm sure he's had an exciting week of school as well. All right, we're going to have a timeout here called by the Glendale Falcons. 1st and 10.
Now, keep track of these timeouts, Matt. It got very confusing.
Well, I kept track of them in the first half. The problem is the referees didn't keep track of them there in the first half.
Well, they used their free timeout coin.
Coach Rawlings, that's not a thing.
You know what? You know who Coach, now we're getting told that Laura Smith's telling us that a group of Falcons is a cast. Wonder if it can be both.
Well, I would think. I would think there could be multiples.
There are multiple terms for a group of Falcons. I've just been told once again by the TTSN interns.
That's probably on us, Coach Rollins. We should have probably asked if there were multiples. Little screen pass into the middle is going to be complete, but we immediately, a penalty flag comes in. Moldenhauer, Coach, wow. Again, holding on that little screen pass to the inside on the Glendale Falcons. Going to wipe out the completion and back the Falcons up 5. So that'll bring up, going to be 1st and 18, 5 yards from the spot of the penalty. Fugenbacher in the shotgun set. Glendale keeps the 5 wide. Going in the middle.
Oh, no. And no. Tigers all over that defensively, and the ball gets tipped up.
Tipped up and right into the hands of a Glendale Falcon who's going to take it into the end zone. Wow. Tough break right there. What we thought, or what looked like it was going to be an interception.
Yes, it did.
For the Waynesville Tigers. Tips off the hands and into the hands of the Glendale Falcons receivers. Wow. So it's going to give Glendale a 7-point edge right here with the extra point attempt upcoming. Have to think Glendale's going for 2. They've done it all night long. And they are. Little pass out, and that's going to be complete. That's going to be Derek Horton. 2-point conversion's good, so that's going to make it 32-23, 11-point edge right now to the Glendale Falcons.
And the Falcons here in the second half have moved the ball very well, Matt. That's not good for the Tigers going into the fourth quarter.
No, it is not, but we've seen all year long Tigers get down a little bit, and we've seen them hang in and come back in the fourth quarter multiple times this year. Tigers going to have to do it once more. So the Tiger return team comes back onto the field. A.J. Martin, number 16, going back. He's going to be the deep return man. Looks like that second level, standing right about the 35-yard line, is going to be Tuiasosopo, and number 30, Eric Richardson, as well. Seen Glendale kind of move away from kicking it deep. Last time they kicked it, a little skipper to go out at the back of the end zone. This time it's going to be a little bouncer down the middle. Tuiasosopo jumps on it. He's on his horse. He's out across the 50-yard line. And he's going to be brought down, but not before he's back into Glendale Falcon territory. And the Waynesville Tigers going to be set up in great field position at the 45-yard line of the Glendale Falcons.
Nice job by Tuiasosopo there, being able to get the ball and keep control of everything so he could get a run back on it and pick up some more yards.
Yeah, picks that up about the 35-yard line, returns it about 20 yards, and Tigers going to take over in Falcon territory. L.J. Beam comes out. He's going to be in the shotgun set. I believe that's A.J. Martin in the tailback position behind him. A.J. Martin's going to go in motion. Quick pass to the outside. Zay MacArthur. Quickly.
Zay gone.
Zay is gone to the house. Touchdown, Waynesville Tigers.
45-yard touchdown pass to Zay MacArthur. That didn't take long.
No, and we've seen the Tigers run that play a few times tonight where A.J. steps back and immediately hits the Tiger receiver in the slot right there. Zay MacArthur catches it, cuts through that line, and straight to the house Zay goes. And just like that, the Waynesville Tigers trim that lead now, down by 3. Chase sets up to kick the extra point. L.J. Beam to hold. Tigers short a blocker, looks like. All right, now we're set, Coach. The kick's up, and it's good.
And it's no good. You got to quit saying that before they give the. It wasn't good.
No, it looked good.
But you said it was good.
It looked good, but it wasn't. I get it.
It looked good. But it's got to go between the uprights to be good.
Well, I thought it did.
Okay, I'll give you that. I was hoping it did. Does that help?
Probably not.
Okay.
We're still down 3, but we're only down 3.
We're only down 3. Tigers with a very quick score. They'll come out to kick off here.
Coach, the Peanuts have made an appearance.
Coach, I got to hand it to these fans out here tonight. Not the biggest crowd we've seen at Tiger Stadium.
No, but some of the most steadfast here. Because
yes, they are, because it's cold out there.
It is really cold out there. All right, so Chase is going to tee it up for the Waynesville Tigers right at the 40-yard line. Glendale keeps the return formation. Now that second wave stands on the 30. They've moved forward a little bit. And the Tigers going to go for the onside right here.
And I think the Tigers got it. No,
they're
No, the
Okay.
Tigers do have it.
Well,
okay.
and the referee originally signaled Glendale, and I thought he couldn't have missed that. It was
the only
3 feet in front of
Well,
him.
the only thing I'm thinking at that point is, did it go out of bounds? But
and
it's
it
the
is. That's
Tigers
Waynesville
ball.
Tiger ball. Nice onside kick right there as he pops that up perfectly. Everybody's a critic, Coach Rollins. Everybody's a critic.
So the Tigers take over. How about the same play to Zay? Let's see if that happens again.
LJ Beam in the shotgun set. Eric Richardson comes in motion. Turn, give the handoff to A.J. Martin. A.J.'s still on his feet, spinning and moving, still driving his feet. A.J.'s going to get forward. I think forward momentum's going to get him 5. Jet Rollins, number 47, in on the stop for the Glendale Falcons, but not before A.J. Martin picks up 5. Ball down to about the 42-yard line of the Glendale Falcons. Eric Richardson lines up in the tailback position behind L.J. Beam. 2 receivers wide out to the left. Handoff's going to go to Richardson. Richardson keeps that pile moving forward, and, Coach, he's going to be real close.
He's going to be real close.
Pinning on the spot, I think Eric's got it right here. Well, they're going to say he's just
They're going
shy.
to say he's just short.
So it's going to be 3rd and less than 1.
It cannot be by much. I think we're going to get a measurement now.
Yeah, I think Coach Haynes, eyeballing it across, thinks that the Tigers may have it. They're going to, looks like they're going to measure it to be sure. So we're going to see the chain gang come on out.
That's the end of the third quarter. Shouldn't they measure it before they move it?
Well, I think that's what they're discussing, and well,
If they measure it now, it doesn't make a lot of sense, Matt.
no, it doesn't.
Well, it's the end of the third quarter. The Glendale Falcons up on the Waynesville Tigers 32-29. Matt, you know what that means it's time for?
TTSN Sports Update.
It's time for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update brought to you by the Tiger TV Facebook page. Tiger TV Facebook for all the news that is news. Right here in Tiger Town. Matt, you know who likes the Tiger TV Facebook page?
I'm going to say the entire Waynesville Tiger Pride Marching Band.
That was a good guess. But wrong, but good guess. You know who likes the Tiger TV Facebook page? Senior cheerleader Isabel Trier.
Yes, she does.
She loves the Tiger TV Facebook page. That's where she goes for all her information on what's going on around town. Matt, big news for Izzy tonight as one of our media colleagues, Braden Berg from KY3, came down. He's covering the game for the Ozone tonight just because of the importance of the game. You know, host for next 2 weeks from now. Up for grabs, so a lot on the line tonight. But he also did a special on Izzy as a senior cheerleader for the Waynesville School District. It's going to be on tonight on the Ozone at 11:30. It will also, I know that's from what I've read, I also will assume, because everything the Ozone does will be on the website for the Ozone. They do some repeats of the Ozone show. I'm going to make sure I see that because I think it's going to be a really
Absolutely.
really great for Izzy and for the Waynesville School District. So
Quick handoff there to Eric Richardson. He gets the first down and then some. Yeah, Izzy was excited, walked up the stairs with her this morning. We talked a little bit about tonight's game and the cheering and everything going on. She was headed off to first hour. Don't always get to see everybody here with the new protocols and students heading straight to their first hour class as they get into the building. You don't always get a chance to visit with everybody, but got a chance to visit with Izzy this morning as we were coming up. Zay MacArthur. Nice little run before he steps out of bounds inside the 20-yard line, and another first down for the Waynesville Tigers. So 11 yards on the carry, first down, and the Waynesville Tiger offense right back into business here, Coach Rawlings. Fourth quarter starting out with a little zip. L.J. Beam looks like he's going to keep it himself. Taking it through, he's down inside the 10-yard line.
Nice job there by LJ. He kind of looked the defense off, and when he did that, opened up a nice hole and took advantage of it.
Well, and it looked like the Glendale defense has been keying a little bit on Eric Richardson, kind of diving whatever direction he's going. Tiger offense, nice play call right there, taking advantage of Glendale over pursuing right there. They're going to say he's got enough for the first down on that carry. So first and 10 or first and goal here for the Waynesville Tigers. Snap, give goes to Eric Richardson, still on his feet, spinning. We've got a penalty flag down.
Whoa. And we have another flag and another flag.
The second one's going to be a personal foul. I'm not sure what the first one is.
Well, there's laundry everywhere on the field.
We've seen a couple unsportsmanlike calls against Glendale already tonight. I think at the end of that play, we're definitely going to see another one. Not sure what the initial call was. Initial call is going to be holding against the Tigers. And we're going to have
unsportsmanlike against Waynesville. And that's exactly what I thought it was going to be, because the Glendale Falcon was the player who went flying.
Well, I think sometimes it's that deal.
Yes.
It's the second guy that gets caught. I think.
But that's what, after he went flying is when all the laundry hit the ground. So that's going to back up the Tigers to the 29-yard line.
So it's going to be first and goal from the 29. So L.J. Beam in the shotgun set. Handoff goes up the middle. It's going to be Richardson. He's across the 20, 15, 10. Gets back inside the 10-yard line. So it's going to be a pickup of about 19 on first down right there. And it's going to be placed down right at the 10-yard line. So second and goal, ball sits at the 10. Nice run right there by Eric Richardson. Finds some room on the edge, tiptoes that sideline all the way down to the 10-yard line. Shotgun, quick pass outside. Zay MacArthur looking for room on the outside. He's going to be close, but we're going to flag down on that far side.
Man, I got to believe that's going to be a hold on the Tigers.
Yep, going to be a hold on the Tigers, so it's going to back up 5 yards from the spot there. I'm sorry, 10 yards from the spot, so that's going to bring it back out to about the 15-yard line. Coach, we need a dry erase board and a slide rule back here.
So that's going to make it second and goal from the 15 now.
All right, Tigers spread it out a little bit. Tigers look like they're going to go 4 receivers wide, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. L.J. Beam in the shotgun set. A lot of pressure. L.J.'s going to take off up the middle. He's across the 10. Looks like he's going to be brought down about the 6, maybe 7-yard line.
So that'll make it third and goal from the 7.
Pickup of 8 yards on the run there for Beam. And Coach, I believe this is where we started all of this, right at the 7.
I think that's about right.
Eric Richardson goes out, empty backfield set for L.J. Beam. Drops back, lets the pass go. Going up for it, it's going to be Eric Richardson, going to be a little high right there, so it's going to be 4th and goal.
A.J. Martin was out wide with no one on him, out to the right side. So the Tigers, it appears, are going to go to tie this ball game up here.
Yeah, Chase Evans in to kick the field goal right here. I think this is probably the right play call right here. You tie this up. Ball's going to be spotted right at the 15, so going to be a 25-yard field goal here. Chase gets the kick up, and it's good. And I think Chase should get a bonus point because I'm pretty sure he put that off the drums back there in the Tiger Pride Marching Band. Coach, with 9:39 left in the ball game, we've got a brand new ball game all knotted up at 32 apiece.
Came a long ways to get to here. Right, came a long ways to get right back to where we started.
Feel like I'm coming down to contestants row.
Well, it is. Well, I'm so glad Corey won that at the hydration convention.
The music package. All right, so knotted up at 32. The Tigers are going to be kicking off. I'd like to do one of those things where the Glendale players fumble it again and then we get the ball.
Yeah, that would work.
As the Falcons move that return package up even a little bit closer now. The two deep men, Klinkenbeard's going to be the near return man. I'm not sure who that is up to the top of the screen. I think it may be Bryant Booker, number 20, but I'm not 100% sure. This is Klinkenbeard down here. He's going to move forward up to the 25-yard line. And Klinkenbeard's going to field it cleanly. He's across the 30, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Tuiasa Sopo. And so the Glendale Falcons going to be back in business. It looks like 32, 33-yard line here.
9:35 left in the fourth quarter.
All right, Glendale keeps the formation.
Big news from Willard, Matt. Big news from Willard.
Pass going to be complete to the outside, still on his feet. Going to be real close to that first down. But what's the update from Willard? Did your Willard Tigers come back?
Boy, the Willard Tigers. They played a tough second half. But they could not quite close the gap as they lose tonight to the Webb City Cardinals 55-0.
It's a good thing you didn't bet me.
I wasn't going to bet you. I said they had a chance.
All right, we're going to see that little counter handoff inside going to Derek Horton. Looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Thomas Plummer in on the stop for the Waynesville Tigers. So that's going to get the ball out to right about the 45-yard line. Glendale comes to the line once more. 5-wide set. Drops back.
There's that little screen.
Little screen play this time. It's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards on the.
Tigers do a good job staying at home that time.
Zay
Glendale's been real successful with that, Matt. The Tigers are completely sold out, going for the quarterback, and the Tigers do a better job. That second layer of Mike Klutz's defense there does a great job staying at home.
Zay MacArthur in on the stop that time. Little pass up the middle, looking for Klinkenbeard.
He's going to get caught.
But not before he gets.
They're going to say he was down at the half-yard line.
Wow. A.J. Martin with the touchdown saving tackle. So that's going to set the
I
Glendale
love
Falcons
that call,
up.
Matt, because I've got a feeling Coach Mock would throw his challenge flag if he could. But that's all right. We need the Tiger defense to get a stop right here.
We've seen the Tigers make some big plays here late in the game. Going to need a few more tonight. Direct snap, and he's not going to get in.
Well, once again, some confusion on the field. As the near side official called a touchdown, then put his arms down real quick.
So that's going to make it second and goal. He's down.
No, that's what I'm telling you, Matt. That's a huge call right there for the Tigers, because when you're a team like Glendale, it's hard to score from the 1 yard line. That's not what you're designed to do.
No, and the direct snap right there goes to Derek Horton. Derek Horton loses his footing, goes down. Once you're down in high school, whether someone touches you or not, you are down. So loss of yardage right there is going to make it third and about 3.5. Looking for room around this right-hand side. Going to be real close. And they're going to say he did not get in. They're going to say he's back to the original line of scrimmage, about that half-yard line. Coach, this is a huge fourth down right here.
It is. This is.
Coach Haynes getting down to call the timeout right here. Coach Haynes was calling that all the way down the sideline. The referee didn't hear him. Coach Haynes said Coach Haynes was going to get in blow the whistle for him.
Yeah, he was. That Tigers want to talk about this. This is a huge, huge defensive play for the Tigers.
Coach Fort Drum, New York, checking in with us tonight. Looking back at the TTSN sports map, I believe we have Fort Drum. Yes, we do. But always love to have our Tigers check in with us from all across the country and the world.
The world. Planet Earth. Anywhere on planet Earth.
I think our last home football game, we did the international map was picking up quite a few pins back there.
Coach Kinder had someone watching from, where was it I sent that?
I believe it was Italy, or was it Germany? It was somewhere. Direct snap back, and he is going to be in. That's going to be Derek Horton, number 10.
So the Glendale Falcons put 6 on the board. Take a 38-32 lead here with 6:28 left.
And it looks like Glendale, as they've done all night long, are going to go for 2. And I believe we're going to have a timeout here by the Glendale Falcons.
Well, they had one of their linemen get injured on that final play.
And the timeout does come off the board, so if we're
keeping
keeping
track,
extra
that's good.
track.
Well, Matt, while we've got this break, we want to recognize our crew tonight under the direction of the incomparable,
The illustrious.
the illuminal,
Illuminal.
Tim Wallace. Our crew, student crew tonight running everything here for you guys at home. Tessa Scott, Dominic Barnett, Avery Cockman, Jeremiah Dean, Aiden Poole, Angelina McCorkle, and Armani Randolph. And once again, under the direction of Tim Wallace, this had to be a bear today as we watched the temperature just fall throughout the day. And when school's out, they have to come out and all this, all the weather, and get everything set up. We're we're in the best spot in the entire stadium, Matt.
Yes, we are.
Temperature controlled. It's right at the 50-yard line. But an outstanding job again by Tim Wallace and the kids. It's just what happens every time we come and put the headsets on, Matt.
So the 2-point conversion, Kickerbacher drop back, pass, and it's going to be complete. So the Glendale Falcons going to go up by 8 with 6:28 remaining, going to be 40-32. Coach, back and forth we go, back and forth we go.
You want to read those to everybody?
Is that all the COVID guidelines?
That's the COVID guidelines.
Well, I'm going to trust that our fine folks at home, whether they're watching here in Missouri, somewhere in the United States, around the world, my guess is the fine folks at home that are watching us, they know all that stuff. They're practicing all of the social distancing and clean habits. They're doing all this themselves at home. I don't think we should tell them how to do things.
All right. We won't do that then. I was just going to give you the opportunity for some glory.
Well, and we our
no, you didn't want the glory.
No. I'm just telling them our viewers at home know that they can call Corey Ace at any time for hydration questions. But if they have any questions here about the COVID protocols, it's going to be A.J. Martin still on his feet. Still moving that ball as he's spun around, but not before he gets it out to about the 27-yard line, and we're going to get a little.
We're going to get a personal foul. Well, Matt, we've been given a question from one of the viewers at home about the hydration conference that Corey Ace attended this summer. It was in person, but it was socially distanced, from my understanding. It happened at Jeff City. It occurred, I believe, in the high school gym at Jefferson City High School, and 6 feet apart, everyone with their own water bottle. And that's how the hydration was discussed and broke down, and huge, just a huge conference for Corey Ace. He gave his 2-hour symposium on the history of water up there, and I know that there's been some schools that have asking him to come in and talk to their entire faculty about the history of water and stuff. And I think you're going to, once we get some of these, some of the rules and some of the things loosen up a little bit, we're going to lose Corey for a few days, probably, going all over the state talking about the history of water.
All right, first down carry right here. Eric Richardson on the direct snap is going to get it forward. Get it across the 20-yard line, looks like a 22-yard line, so pick up about 6 on first down right there. Going to make it 2nd and 4. All right, Eric Richardson goes in motion. Handoff fumbled out of the background. Ball still loose.
Just get on top,
And L.J. Beam does the smart thing right there, gets on top of that ball and covers it up. All right, L.J. Beam in the shotgun set. 3rd and long, drops back. He lets a long one go. And Eric Richardson, wow. I'm not sure if Eric Richardson could have gotten to that ball, but he sure couldn't get to the ball when the Glendale Falcon receiver knocked him down. Wow. No call on the play, so it's going to bring up 4th and long here for the Waynesville Tigers deep in their own territory. And Richardson goes back. Looks like he is going to punt. Glendale does
Nobody
not put
back.
a return man back. Eric Richardson gets away a nice long
And
kick.
he gets a nice roll.
Gets a nice roll. It's going to go down and be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. So the Glendale Falcons going to be in business there, as hustling down the field on coverage right there is going to be number 8, Devin Keno. He's going to touch it dead at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Glendale Falcons are going to take over. Nice punt right there. A lot of pressure coming. Eric Richardson gets a nice one away, gets that good Waynesville bounce on the end of it. And it's going to be down. They're going to mark it all the way back to about the 27.5.
So 4:46 left here in the ball game. Glendale up 8. Not the type of offense to run clock.
No. As they drop back, they're going to run that little screen pass up the middle. That's complete to Wyatt Andrews. Still on his feet. He's going to get it out across the 40-yard line. It's going to be enough for a first down, and that clock will stop as the chains will reset on the first down. .425, about the only way Glendale can run clock is coming up to that line a little bit slower, Coach Rollins.
Yeah.
All right, going to give the ball inside. It's going to be Derek Horton looking for room on that left side, still on his feet across the 40, inside the 35.
He's going to pick up another first down for the Falcons.
Pick up about, looks like.
Oh, we had a flag on the play, Matt.
And it's going to be holding on the Glendale Falcons, so going to wipe out about a 27-yard run there by Horton. Penalty is going to kill the clock at 4:06. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul is going to push it back all the way inside the 40-yard line. Going to spot it at the 39.
Going to make it first and about 13, Matt.
I think you're right. So Glendale's going to come to the line, keeps that 5-wide formation. Fukenbacher in the shotgun set. Fuhrbacher looking, wow.
Nice coverage.
Yeah, absolutely. And the pass is going to be complete. He's going to get it back to the line. I believe that was Fiame over there on coverage.
So pick up of about a yard, maybe. Bring up a
Maybe half, not much.
second and 11, second and 12.
All right, a little screen pass into the middle. I believe that's. It's going to
And
be
we got a
Carter
flag.
Harrell on the completion, but Coach, 9 times out of 10 when we've seen Glendale run that little screen pass, there's been a hold, and what do you know? Once more, there's a hold on the Glendale Falcons. So we're going to have 10 yards from the spot. Coach, that's going to back the Glendale Falcons. Looks like, well, now, wait a minute. Stepped it off. Now we're going back.
Declined.
Oh, declined by the Waynesville Tigers.
So the penalty is declined.
So that'll bring up third.
7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. Say 3rd and 7 for Glendale. Clock's going to tick under 3 minutes here before Glendale snaps the ball. And Glendale's going to take a timeout. So 2:47 left here in the ball game.
That should be the last timeout the Glendale Falcons have.
You would hope. So Matt, here's what we know. We know that Webb City defeated Williard.
And
So
just
we
like I
know-
knew at the beginning of the night, we knew this game was for home field 2 weeks from
So
now.
we know next week, next Friday night,
Nobody plays.
Central is going to play Willard.
Well, neither. Okay, we don't play.
You can't say nobody plays.
Well,
'cause
okay.
people play. People are people.
People are people.
Okay, there may be some Willard fans out there, some Central
Okay.
fans out there. Those people have feelings too, Matt.
Okay.
Okay, they're going to play next Friday night. The winner of that game, 1 week later, will play the Lebanon Yellow Jackets
At Lebanon.
at Lebanon. This game right here is still a battle to see who hosts this game right here in
2
2
weeks from tonight.
It could be
Yes.
right here at Tiger Stadium, or it could be at Falcon Stadium.
High snap.
We got a flag down.
Yep, there's got to be a holding penalty back here right about the 38-yard line. It looked obvious from way up here that it was a holding play.
And, Matt, I would like to say everything we just went over is exactly right. But what we have seen over the last few days is we've seen multiple schedules get changed multiple ways. Lady Tiger volleyball team next week is going to travel to Springfield. Originally, they were headed to Parkview. They were going to take on Parkview in a 2-seed, 3-seed game. Parkview shut their volleyball program down, reseeded. So now Waynesville will be taking on Central Tuesday night, with the winner going on to play Lebanon, the number 1 seed, on Thursday night.
Well, we've talked about the craziness of everything. Obviously, COVID-related issues involved in the Parkview situation, and it just kind of reiterates that fact. How lucky are we to still be going with Tiger Sports?
Oh yeah, and I want to reiterate that. It's so it's you want your kids to continue to go play through. We saw that yesterday at the cross country meet when Glendale couldn't show up because of a COVID issue at Coach Jarman's meet. And while we're talking about cross country, let's mention the boys finished 3rd in conference last Saturday down in Springfield, the highest finish in the history of Waynesville in the Ozark Conference in cross country. We want to send a big congratulations out to all those boys and to Coach Jarman. Girls finished 6th.
And, Coach, that's going to be complete for a first down just across the 45-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers.
Tigers still with 2 timeouts.
And as you mentioned, the Waynesville cross-country team, not only want to congratulate them on a good conference finish, but the boys program just edging out Jeff City yesterday for a win on the boys' side by 1 point over the Jefferson City cross-country team. And the girls bringing home the first place plaque out at Piney Valley yesterday as well. So big congratulations to the cross-country programs.
Coach, just got a message. Oh, boy, Coach, that looks kind of like that Daniel Jones play from last night. You're going to want to get on the Twitter and watch that. Just got a message from head softball coach, Coach Maubach, she wanted to point out that the softball team completed a whole season without any kind of COVID interference.
Well, we talked about there at the end of the first quarter just the tremendous job everybody's doing, and I think the sports programs are the evidence of all that extra work, all the extra cleaning that we do between every class throughout the year, the making sure we're wearing masks, making sure we're sanitizing. This is the reward for that. We haven't had those issues. We've been able to keep our sports programs going, and that's a credit not just to the teachers and staff. That's a credit to the students. They know their season's on the line, and that by taking these careful precautions, they get to keep playing. So, did
Coach Haynes called a timeout.
Okay, so the Tigers have one timeout remaining.
1st and 10, 1:49 left here in the ball game. Just setting the stage.
All right. So
I got to believe the Falcons are going to run the ball here.
And they are. I believe that was a direct snap. Was that Carter Harrell?
Tackle made by number 20, Tristan Creasy. Timeout, Tigers, their final timeout.
So the Tigers are going to take their final timeout. Stops the clock at 1:43. And it's going to be second. What do you think, Coach? Second and about 7?
Second about 7. So the Tigers can get the ball back. 2 stops. There won't be much time on the clock.
Well, and
But it doesn't take long for this Tiger team to score.
no, and we've seen that. And like you've said, the Glendale team, not a team that necessarily knows how to burn clock real well.
I was really hoping we get to have a home game in 2 weeks to see if we can hear some more of this, some of the playlist here.
Well, and I guess we're going to have to wait till we get the wrestling and basketball season underway before we get to keep hearing the music if we do not come back. But, Coach, I'm not counting this one done yet.
Was a little disappointed there wasn't any outfield on there.
Well, yeah, condolences Tony Lewis this week passing away.
Let's say condolences out to his family.
All right. Glendale's going to get forward, pick up maybe 1.5 yards or so on that carry. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
So Falcons will have to snap the ball at about the minute mark.
Falcons definitely in no hurry to get to the line. Got to think they're going to try and milk every second possible here.
Tiger fans, it's third down.
Feuerbacher, or I'm sorry, that's not Feuerbacher. That's number 10, Derek Horton, going to take the run. Pick up 1, maybe 2 on the play.
So it's going to be 4th and 4. Clock differential's about 17 seconds, Matt.
All right, so Glendale going to bring it to the line. Horton in the shotgun position. Takes the snap. Horton's looking for room over the left-hand side.
He's got the first
He's got
down.
the first down still on his feet, and he's
he's
going
got
to
the
be
touchdown.
in for the touchdown. So that's going to put Glendale on top by 14 with the extra point attempt upcoming. 12 seconds on the clock. So, Coach Rawlings, it looks like we are going to be headed down the road here in 2 weeks, going to be taking on this same Glendale Falcons team.
You know, Matt, it's the scenario we saw last year, too. Glendale Falcons rolled in here last year. The Tigers beat them last year. We get to the district championship game, and Glendale comes back and beats the Tigers. Hopefully, we can just reverse the whole scenario next in 2 weeks.
Well, exactly, and I look at it this way: if you're going to win one of the two, I'd much rather
you want to win the next one.
I'd
yes.
rather have the next one than here tonight. I'd love to have them both, but obviously,
Don't be greedy.
Well, it doesn't look like that. Well, and we're going to see something from Glendale we hadn't seen all night long. We're going to see him kick an extra point. Going to tee it up at the 15-yard line, so a 25-yard extra point here.
And it's up. And it's good. See how you do that? You wait until it goes through.
I wanted to call it good because I thought I saw the ball inside the upright, but I thought that earlier, so I decided I'd just wait and let you do it.
12 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Tigers are trailing by 15. So, Matt, let's break things down again. This is where we're at. Tigers, next week will be off. A week after, we'll be at Glendale. On the other side of the bracket, you're gonna have Central and Willard next week. The winner of that game will play Lebanon in Lebanon, and then the following week, the two winners of those games will play. If the Willard Tigers or the Central Bulldogs can defeat the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, and the Tigers could defeat Glendale in 2 weeks, we could be hosting
The
district
district
title
championship game, right.
game. A lot of things have to happen.
Well, and otherwise the championship game would go through Lebanon.
Yes.
All right, it's going to be Tuiasa Sopo on the return. He's going to field it and get it back out across the 30-yard line, about the 33, and that's going to stop the clock with 6 seconds.
And again, Matt, I want to remind the folks at home that are still with us, tonight at 11:30 on the Ozone, the Ozone is doing a special on one of our senior cheerleaders, Isabel Trier. It'll be on the reruns throughout the weekend. It'll be on their website. Trust me, folks, you're going to want to take a few minutes out of your day and watch that. It's going to really be good. So the Tigers are going to take a knee. That's going to bring us to the end of the ball game. The Glendale Falcons are going to roll in here tonight, defeat the Waynesville Tigers 47-32. Sets things up for district action. Tigers will be traveling to Glendale in 2 weeks. That ball game right there that could go either way. That's definitely a ball game that could go either way. Well, unless we get back here somehow, this is going to be our final fall broadcast. We're going to see you back in a couple of months or so for Waynesville Tiger basketball, Lady Tiger basketball, and wrestling action. We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. For Matt Johnson, I'm Mike Rawlings, and I hope everyone out there has a good weekend.